If you've ever been a fan of the Red Skelton Show, it's hard to erase the image of this funny and talented host from your head. Even though he has been gone from this world for 27 years, Red Skelton still makes fans feel heartbroken and regretful every time his name is mentioned. Not only outstanding for his great achievements in his career, Red Skelton is also notable for a series of heartbreaking events in the past. Today, his daughter recounted all the dark milestones in Red Skelton's life. What are you waiting for? Let's start the video. Richard Red Skelton, known by his stage name Red Skelton, was born on July 18, 1913, in Vincennes, Indiana, according to some sources. However, there was some controversy surrounding his birth year during his lifetime, with some speculating that he might have claimed to be older than he actually was in order to secure employment. This uncertainty might have arisen due to the fact that Skelton began working at a very young age. Regardless of the discrepancies, Skelton was a renowned American comedian and actor who left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Skelton's birth certificate carried the surname of his father's stepfather, adding a layer of complexity to his early life. He was the fourth son and the youngest child of Joseph Elmer and Ida Mae, née Fields, Skelton. Tragically, his father, Joseph Skelton, who was a grocer, passed away 2 months before Richard was born. Joseph had an interesting past as well. He had once been a clown with the Hagenbeck-Wallace Circus, a fact that may have influenced his son's later career choice in comedy. Growing up in Vincennes, the Skelton family faced significant financial hardships. They were described by their neighbors as being extremely poor, and this economic struggle was a defining aspect of Red Skelton's early life. In fact, one of his childhood friends recalled that her parents put an end to a budding romance between her sister and Red because they believed he had no promising future due to their impoverished circumstances. One interesting anecdote from Red Skelton's life emerged during a 1983 appearance on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. In that interview, he revealed that his middle name was actually Red and that he had fabricated the middle name Bernard. He claimed to have come up with the name Bernard from a local store called Bernard Clothiers. This imaginative tale was a result of trying to satisfy a schoolteacher who was skeptical that his middle name could genuinely be Red. The early years of Red Skelton's life were marked by significant challenges, beginning with the loss of his father when he was just a child. This tragic event forced young Red to assume responsibility at a very tender age. By the time he was 7, he had already started working to support his family, which had endured the loss of both their family store and their home. Red Skelton's first foray into the workforce involved selling newspapers and undertaking various odd jobs. His resilience and determination were evident even at this young age. He quickly became proficient in the art of the newsboy's patter, a fast-paced and persuasive sales pitch that would continue until a prospective buyer was compelled to purchase a copy of the newspaper, often just to quiet the persistent young Red. However, it was a chance encounter in Vincennes around 1923 that would play a pivotal role in shaping Red Skelton's future. While he was busy selling newspapers outside a local theater, a stranger approached him with inquiries about the events happening in town. In response, young Red enthusiastically recommended the new show in town. Intrigued, the stranger proceeded to purchase every newspaper Red had, providing him with enough money to buy a ticket for himself. To Red's astonishment, this stranger turned out to be none other than the renowned comedian Ed Wynn, who was one of the stars of the very show Red had recommended. Ed Wynn, impressed by the young boy's wit and enthusiasm, not only watched the show but also took Red backstage to introduce him to the other performers. This encounter was a transformative moment in Red Skelton's life, as it ignited his passion for entertainment and performing. Red Skelton's early years were marked by a remarkable discovery of his ability to make people laugh, setting the stage for his future career in comedy. He left formal schooling around 1926 or 1927 when he was just 13 or 14 years old. However, even before leaving school, he had already gained some experience in the world of entertainment. In his hometown of Vincennes, Indiana, young Red Skelton had the opportunity to perform in minstrel shows. These early experiences allowed him to showcase his comedic talents to local audiences and hone his skills in making people laugh. But his journey into the world of entertainment didn't stop there. One fascinating chapter of Red's early career was his time on a showboat called the Cotton Blossom, which traveled along the Ohio and Missouri rivers. He found immense enjoyment in this work on the riverboat, performing and entertaining the passengers. However, he eventually made the difficult decision to move on when he realized that the era of showboat entertainment was coming to an end, marking a transitional phase in his young life. Red Skelton's passion for acting extended beyond comedy. He was interested in all forms of the craft and sought out dramatic roles as well. He joined the John Lawrence Stock Theater Company, eager to explore the world of drama. However, his innate comedic instincts often got the best of him. When tasked with delivering serious lines, the audience couldn't help but burst into laughter as Red's natural humor shone through even in dramatic situations. This unexpected response led to moments of hilarity, rather than the intended seriousness on the stage. Another memorable incident from this period occurred during a performance of Uncle Tom's Cabin, where Red Skelton was on an unseen treadmill. A malfunction caused the treadmill to start working in reverse, which led to a startled and bemused Red exclaiming, "Help! I'm backing into heaven!" Unfortunately, these comedic mishaps resulted in his dismissal from the role before he could complete a week's work. By the age of 15, Red Skelton was already exploring various facets of entertainment, including the burlesque circuit. This experience allowed him to further develop his comedic talents and gain exposure to different audiences and styles of performance. In 1929, when Red was just 16 years old, he reportedly spent 4 months with the Hagenbeck-Wallace Circus. This adventure provided him with valuable insights into the world of circus entertainment, adding another layer of experience to his growing repertoire. Ida Skelton, Red Skelton's devoted mother, faced the daunting challenge of supporting her family after the untimely death of her husband. Her resilience and determination were a testament to her character. Despite the hardships brought on by the Great Depression, she never explicitly suggested that her youngest son, Red, had run away from home to pursue a career in entertainment. Instead, she believed that his destiny had caught up with him at an early age, recognizing the innate talent and passion for performing that burned within him. With a mother's love and understanding, she gave him her blessing to follow his dreams. Given the difficult times and financial strain of the era, it may have also been a practical decision to have one less mouth to feed. Around 1929, while still a teenager, Red Skelton joined Doc R. E. Lewis's traveling medicine show. Initially, his role was that of an errand boy, responsible for selling bottles of medicine to the audience. However, fate had a different plan in mind for him. During one of the shows, Red accidentally tumbled from the stage, sending several bottles of medicine crashing to the ground. To everyone's surprise, rather than being met with concern, the audience burst into laughter. Both Doc Lewis and Red Skelton quickly realized that his ability to elicit laughter could be turned into a livelihood. This unexpected fall became a comedic highlight of the show, and it marked the beginning of Red Skelton's career in entertainment. During his 4 years with the traveling medicine show, Red Skelton not only performed his signature pratfalls, but also told jokes and sang. Despite the modest nature of the show, it provided him with valuable experience and a platform to hone his comedic skills. For his contributions, Red earned a weekly wage of $10, a sum he selflessly sent back home to his mother. When Ida Skelton expressed concern that her son might not be taking care of his own needs, Red reassured her with his characteristic humor and humility, saying, "We get plenty to eat, and we sleep in the wagon." As Red Skelton's career in burlesque comedy progressed, he found himself at a crossroads. The comedy material in the burlesque scene was becoming increasingly ribald, and Red made a principled decision to move on. He was not a prude, but he firmly believed that the lines being delivered were simply not funny to him. This decision marked a significant pivot in his career and set the stage for new opportunities. Red Skelton soon became a sought-after master of ceremonies for a popular 1930s fad known as walkathons, which were essentially dance marathons. In this role, he excelled in engaging and entertaining the audience at these endurance contests. His wit and humor endeared him to the crowds, making him a favorite choice for such events. It was during one of these walkathons that a pivotal encounter occurred. The winner of the marathon, Edna, happened to be an usher at the old Pantages Theater. Edna, unimpressed by Red's jokes, approached him after her victory and candidly told him that she didn't find his humor appealing. In response, Red, never one to back down from a challenge, asked her if she could do any better. Their meeting sparked an unexpected connection, and the two were married in 1931 in Kansas City. Notably, at the time of their marriage, Red Skelton was just 1 month away from his 18th birthday, while Edna was only 16 years old. Their union marked the beginning of a personal and professional partnership that would shape Red's career in profound ways. Edna Skelton became not only Red's wife, but also his comedic muse and collaborator. She took on the role of a writer, crafting material that suited Red's unique comedic style. Her contribution was invaluable in helping him develop his iconic routines and characters. In addition to her role as a writer, Edna played a crucial role in Red's life by advocating for his career. When they learned that Red's salary was about to be reduced, Edna took matters into her own hands and met with his boss. Red initially resented her interference, but his attitude changed when Edna emerged from the meeting not only with a raise in his salary, but also with additional considerations. Recognizing that he had left school at an early age, Edna took it upon herself to ensure that Red received a proper education. She purchased textbooks and became his teacher, helping him catch up on what he had missed. With her unwavering support and guidance, Red Skelton earned a high school equivalency degree, a significant achievement for someone who had started working at such a young age. As a dynamic duo, Red and Edna Skelton wasted no time in putting together an act and taking it on the road, performing at small theaters across the Midwest. Their partnership allowed them to blend their respective talents, with Edna contributing her writing skills and Red showcasing his comedic prowess. However, their dreams extended far beyond the Midwest, as their ultimate goal was to reach the vaudeville houses of New York City, a hub of entertainment during that era. When an opportunity arose for an engagement in Harwichport, Massachusetts, approximately 2,000 miles away from their home base in Kansas City, the Skeltons were thrilled. This offer brought them one step closer to their aspirations of making it big in the heart of the entertainment world. To embark on this journey, they needed to overcome not only the geographical distance, but also the financial hurdles that stood in their way. With determination in their hearts, Red and Edna Skelton took the plunge and purchased a used car for their journey. However, they faced a stark financial reality as they set out. By the time they reached St. Louis, they found themselves with a mere 50 cents to their name. Faced with this daunting challenge, Red hatched a creative and resourceful plan to make ends meet along the way. He asked Edna to collect empty cigarette packs, a request that initially left her thinking he was joking. Nevertheless, she complied with his unusual request. With their 50 cents in hand, Red made a strategic decision that would prove instrumental in ensuring their journey continued without financial setbacks. He used their remaining funds to purchase bars of soap, which they ingeniously cut into small cubes. To add a touch of authenticity to their product, they wrapped these soap cubes with the tin foil collected from the cigarette packs. Red and Edna marketed these cubes as a fog remover for eyeglasses, and they priced each cube at 50 cents. Cheryl expressed her desire to take on a role that was real and unglamorous in Purple Hearts. She portrayed a nurse, a character far removed from the glamorous personas often associated with actresses. She went on to emphasize that in many parts of the film, she wore little to no makeup, a departure from the typical expectations of on-screen beauty. This choice reflected her dedication to authenticity and her willingness to step out of her comfort zone as an actress. Despite her own reservations and the challenges that came with the film industry, Cheryl found great satisfaction in her work on Purple Hearts. She mentioned her difficulty in being objective about her own performance, as is often the case with actors who are deeply involved in their projects. However, she expressed joy in witnessing the positive response from the audience. Cheryl recognized that the gratification in screen acting was not immediate. It was a process that required patience and resilience, involving months of post-production work, editing, music scoring, and marketing before the final product reached the audience. Cheryl Ladd's passion for life extended beyond her successful acting career. Despite the demands of the entertainment industry, she found ways to enjoy her personal life and pursue hobbies that brought her joy and relaxation. One of Cheryl's favorite pastimes during that period of her life was golf. She humorously admitted that she wasn't a terribly good golfer, yet she had been making progress on the course. While she hadn't yet established an official handicap, she proudly mentioned that she had been consistently breaking 100 in her rounds of golf. Cheryl's love for golf allowed her to combine her enjoyment of the sport with her travels, making it possible for her to play in various locations around the world. She mentioned playing at prestigious golf courses like St. Andrews in Scotland and in Manila, showcasing her enthusiasm for the game. When asked about her idea of an ideal escape, Cheryl's response reflected her love for the simple pleasures of life. Her face lit up with an angelic smile, and her eyes twinkled with anticipation as she shared her vision of an escape. Their new routine was an instant hit and won them the coveted engagement at Loew's State Theater in New York City, a significant milestone in Red Skelton's career. Not only did they secure the booking, but they also received a handsome fee for their performance. This success catapulted Red Skelton into the national spotlight and laid the foundation for his future as a beloved comedian and entertainer. The year 1937 marked a pivotal moment in Red Skelton's career, and he and Edna saw his engagement at Loew's State Theater as a tremendous opportunity. Recognizing the need for fresh and sophisticated material to cater to a New York audience, they took a bold step by hiring New York comedy writers to prepare material for the engagement. They believed that this would elevate Skelton's act beyond his usual routines and jokes. With high hopes and great anticipation, the Skeletons performed the newly written material at Loew's State Theater. However, to their disappointment, the New York audience did not respond as expected. There was a noticeable absence of laughter and applause, leaving the couple feeling perplexed and disheartened. It seemed that the more sophisticated material they had brought in did not resonate with the audience. It was at this critical juncture that Red Skelton made a bold decision. He decided to abandon the newly written material and return to the act that had garnered success in Montreal, the Donut Dunkers routine and his older, more familiar routines. This proved to be a game-changing choice. Once he began performing the Donut Dunkers routine and revisiting his tried-and-true comedic material, the audience's response underwent a remarkable transformation. Laughter filled the theater, and applause echoed through the venue. It became abundantly clear that Skelton's unique brand of humor, characterized by relatable and humorous portrayals of everyday scenarios, was what truly resonated with the audience. The success of the Donut Dunkers routine continued to propel Red Skelton to greater heights of celebrity. In 1937, while entertaining at the Capitol Theater in Washington, D.C., his comedic talents caught the attention of none other than President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Impressed by Skelton's humor, Roosevelt invited him to perform at a White House luncheon. During one of the official toasts at the event, Skelton couldn't resist injecting his trademark humor. Playfully, he grabbed President Roosevelt's glass and quipped, "Careful what you drink, Mr. President. I got rolled in a place like this once." The unexpected humor appealed to Roosevelt, who was known for his own sense of humor and appreciation for entertainment. Red Skelton's performance at the White House luncheon cemented his place as a favorite entertainer of President Roosevelt. He went on to become the master of ceremonies for Roosevelt's official birthday celebration for many years, a prestigious role that further solidified his celebrity status. In 1942, a significant and unexpected turn of events occurred in Red Skelton's personal life. Edna, his longtime partner in both marriage and comedy, made a startling announcement. She was leaving him. However, Edna clarified that despite their separation, she intended to continue managing his career and writing material for him. This declaration left Red initially in disbelief, not fully comprehending the gravity of her decision. It was only when Edna took the extraordinary step of issuing a statement about their impending divorce through NBC that Red Skelton came to realize that she was indeed serious about ending their marriage. The divorce was finalized in 1943, a development that marked the end of their romantic relationship. Remarkably, on the day of their divorce, they left the courtroom arm in arm, a testament to the enduring bond they shared beyond their personal relationship. The reasons behind their divorce remained private, and the couple did not publicly discuss the details or causes of their separation. Edna initially pursued a career as a scriptwriter for other radio programs, seemingly ready to embark on a new chapter in her life separate from Red's career. However, it quickly became evident that their connection, both personally and professionally, was difficult to sever entirely. Even after the divorce, Edna's expertise and contributions to Red's career were highly valued. When she left for New York after the divorce was finalized, she left her former husband with 3 fully prepared show scripts, a reflection of her commitment to his continued success. Red Skelton and those associated with him, including colleagues and supporters, reached out to Edna, expressing their desire for her to return to a professional role in Red's career. Recognizing her importance, they requested her assistance with writing material and managing the complexities of the entertainment industry. Edna played a crucial role in managing their finances, as Red had a tendency to spend money freely. He once attempted to manage his own checking account, starting with a $5,000 balance, but it ended abruptly just 5 days later, when he called Edna to report that the account was overdrawn. Edna took on the responsibility of managing their financial affairs, making wise investments in real estate and other stable assets. Despite their divorce, Edna remained deeply involved in Red Skelton's career as an advisor until 1952. She received a generous weekly salary for her continued efforts and contributions to his success. The divorce from Edna had significant repercussions on Red Skelton's life, including his military service and personal relationships. With the end of his marriage, he lost his married man's deferment and was reclassified as 1A for service, making him eligible for the draft. In early 1944, he was drafted into the Army, a move that had a profound impact on his career and personal life. During this time, both MGM, the film studio he was associated with, and his radio sponsor attempted to obtain a deferment for the beloved comedian, recognizing the importance of his entertainment contributions. However, despite their efforts, they were unable to secure a deferment for Red. His last radio show for Rollie Cigarettes aired on June 6, 1944, just 1 day before he was formally inducted into the Army as a private. Initially, he was not assigned to special services, which would have allowed him to continue performing for the military. Instead, without its star, the radio program was discontinued. This created an opening for another iconic radio show, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, featuring the Nelson family, to take its place. By 1944, Red Skelton was engaged to actress Muriel Morris, also known as Muriel Chase. The couple even obtained a marriage license and announced their intention to marry within a few days. However, just before the wedding, Muriel has a change of heart and decides not to marry Red. She initially claimed that she intended to marry a wealthy businessman in Mexico City, which caused a stir in the media. Despite her later recantation of the story about the wealthy businessman, Muriel continued to assert that her relationship with Red was over. Importantly, she denied that the reason for the breakup was Edna's continued involvement in managing her ex-husband's career. Edna herself clarified that she had no intention of getting involved in the relationship between Red and Muriel or reconciling with her former husband. Red Skelton's personal life took a turn when, while on an army furlough for throat discomfort, he married actress Georgia Maureen Davis in Beverly Hills, California, on March 9, 1945. The couple had met on the MGM lot, and Red was aware that he might be assigned overseas soon. Consequently, he wanted to ensure that the marriage took place before any potential deployment. Following their wedding, Red Skelton underwent a medical procedure to have his tonsils removed. The newlyweds went on to have 2 children together, Valentina, a daughter born on May 5, 1947, and a son named Richard, born on May 20, 1948. What do you think about Red Skelton's sad series of events? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.